You're listening to the Immigration Law Show brought to you by the Shah Peerally Law Group, the leading full service immigration law firm at your service in Newark, California. I'm Vijaya in conversation with Shah, the founder of the law group. And Shah, you mentioned in the previous segment that you probably crossed 10,000 cases at this point, which cover the entire range of immigration. So, what really comes to mind? Give us one or two of those, cases that would be interesting for us.
I have a lot of them, but I have a few interesting I will cover. But just to let people know, we have not done 10,000 cases, but including the consultations and everything that has passed the 10,000
Okay.
cases itself, maybe 5,000. I have not counted for what.
The 10K
So
mark.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's like almost subscription. But going back to the question you're asking me, I have a lot of memories about situations of cases which are memorable. For one, I had when I just opened my office, I remember I was on Peralta at that time. It was like 2 months later. I had this lady who just tried to kill herself,
What?
and she went to the hospital, and then a cab driver who knew me
Mm.
from from the mosque, and then he brought him her to the office, and she told me her story. She was brought from a country I don't want to mention,
Yeah.
um, and then she was brought here to the United States, and she was being mistreated. They she was raped, she was beaten, and things like that, and she tried to kill herself. And when the cab driver heard her story, and she was desperate because she thought they were going to send her back, so she came to my office totally desperate. She barely had any money and anything. So I took the case, not a pro bono, but she will pay me. She told me when I have a job, I'll pay you. So I said,
Mm.
don't worry about it. So I wanted to really I felt bad for her. So we filed a case of VAWA for her, Violence Against Women Act.
Yeah.
And I was very, very proud to win that. And today she's a very high ranked person in the US Army.
In the
So
US Army.
yes,
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
and I'm very proud of that because she came from that scary person now to one of the toughest women I know.
Yeah.
So it's well, actually I have two of them like that.
Yeah.
Both of them ended up in becoming really hot shots in the military,
Yeah.
and I have that were two cases in
Yes.
one kind, very
So
similar
they
situation.
really took it seriously. Like when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and they got into the army.
Oh
So,
yeah, now
yeah.
they're tough, and but they never forget about me. They are still friends, and I know
Yes.
them. And they travel, they come and see me at the office. They're always very, very grateful. They send me clients, etc. This is
Mm-hmm.
one. There was another person I remember. He came to my office. He was crying and he was saying, I just need 6 months because I took a loan to come here to the United States, and now I cannot pay because if they send me back, his company was filing an H-1B for him, but the H-1B was denied because they say he's overqualified for that job. And that's the first time I heard that someone's overqualified.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was telling me, I just need 6 months so that I can make some money, I can pay the debts, and I will go back. So I told him I have an option, I will try it. It was a national interest waiver. If it works, even if it doesn't work, I can at least get you a work permit and you can continue with your life and
Yeah.
see, because he had a genuine case, a bona fide case. So I gave it a shot and we won actually. The
Wow.
goal was to come and we won his green card. He's
Mm-hmm.
always been grateful. He used to come and tell me, if I had not met you, my life would have been very, very different.
Mm.
And he always comes and brings stuff for us and everything.
Yeah.
And that's another case. I had
Yeah.
another case. I had an oh, okay. I have two other cases, very interesting, but maybe we'll talk in the next session a little
Yes.
bit more.
I
That
think we need to have one entire session just, I mean, listening. You can't really stop. This is amazing the way you're changing